So, hello fellow coin collectors, how are you going today? And I just wanted to make a video about a question that sometimes I get asked. So, I do make this YouTube channel, I've made it since 2016, and it's grown pretty slowly. And the reason why it's grown pretty slowly is that I do not focus on one topic. So, because I'm from Australia, some people ask, oh, why don't you focus on Australian coins, Australian banknotes? Well, quite frankly, I just find them boring. Quite boring. So, the designs are not boring. Australia is not boring. But I just find focusing on one country to be a bit boring. I just wouldn't like it in the long term. Like if you look at these florins, I think they're quite a nice design. But with the pre-decimal coins, you really only have two types of designs pretty much for each denomination, except for the florin because there's 4 commemoratives, but even that's a bit boring because there's only 4. So this is the first one and the second one. So if you just collect these ones, it gets a bit boring, and then you have decimal coins. I've had pretty much the same 1 to 50 cents since 1966, so about 53 years. And we also have some commemoratives. Commemoratives are alright, you know, but the variety of Australian coins is really not that high, except for probably Perth Mint, but that's all pretty much junk. So, to make this more interesting and to make it varied and attract people from around the world, not only from Australia, I like to make videos on different coins that Australia did not use. So this one is Zaire, or Democratic Republic of Congo, 20 Makuta. So at the time it would have been worth about 25 Australian cents in 1976, which is about probably about $2, $3 now. Then you can focus on countries that are closer to you. So here is a Vanuatu, 50 Vatu. So the exchange rate's about 86 Vatu equals $1. So this is actually worth more than 50 cents. They replaced these coins in, I think, 2015. And well, I do have a newer one, yep, 2015. This is a 10 Batu, and the previous coin was a coin that was similar size to the Australian 10-cent coin. So, and they both have a type of lobster, or I need to look up that animal. But anyway, those are very interesting. And if you just focus on Pacific coinage, then you're really going to run out of options very quick. You can probably make 100 or 200 videos, but that's about it. So there's Vanuatu in the background. Then you can have pretty much nice, beautiful designs from around the world. So I like these Portuguese 20 centavos. I like Liberty on the back. She's pretty nice. Then you got Japan. Japan has issued interesting coinage, and before they actually issued the yen in 1871, they had a bullion gold and silver coins with cash coins, and a very interesting time. So Japan is very interesting. Then you have wartime periods. So here are some French coins from the Second World War. So 1941, 1942, 1941, 20 centimeters. Then I have some 1943, 2 francs. So it says Etat Français, so this French state, or state of France, whichever one. So that is also very interesting. And then you've got Avo coins. Then you've got banknotes. Banknotes are very interesting as well. So Australian banknotes are okay, but the older banknotes are very expensive, and the newer banknotes, well, there's pretty much only been 2 designs for the dollar, and our banknotes are very limited. A lot of countries around the world have very limited, like the Netherlands doesn't have as many banknotes as Australia, but they are very interesting nonetheless. Then you have Spain. Spain has one of the best banknote series for about 100 years. This series here was not as good, but 1920s and 30s was pretty good. And the last series is very attractive as well. Then you have Bulgarian. So these are pretty common Bulgarian banknotes. But have a look. That side doesn't look that attractive, but you turn it over, looks really nice. Nice communist mottos. Has a French feel to it too. That's what I get from it. Then you have this one. So 1951. In 1951, Bulgaria got paid about 50 lev per week. So this would have been at least a month's pay. So quite a lot of money, but now you can buy them very easily. So I think their central bank actually had a whole stocking in power. And you can also learn about history and the language, so you can learn a bit of Macedonian there. And you can learn about the history of the country. So it's the 10 dinar from when Macedonia got independence. And it's a military currency used by the British. It's pretty much a voucher, not really a banknote. So Latvia, Belarus, the only banknote I got from that country. Wartime periods, so this is occupied Germany in 1945. Poland during the communist era. So this is 1982. Trying to get this series. So you see what I'm getting at? All these banknotes are actually quite nice. You get to get historical pieces, and you get to learn the language, get to learn about the history, and you just get to feel something more than what your country is. So you can also get different areas. You can get different continents. So Ethiopia. You can get countries that don't exist anymore. Biafra. You can get currencies that are still in circulation. So Congo, Ethiopia, Mozambique, no longer in circulation, but anyway, shows the process of independence of that country. So it's just really a lot of things you can learn from currencies around the world. So that is why I actually like to make videos about different currencies around the world, because it just makes it more interesting. And I'm hoping that in the long term, it would actually generate more people coming to my channel to actually look at my content. People who in the numismatic world generally don't have the same type of collections, but here we can all interact with each other. So Vietnam banknotes, South Vietnam, and we can just show people, oh sorry, a bit tired, just show people at different areas that they probably don't know that actually exist. So that's what I also want to show you, different banknotes, different coins, different currencies from around the world that a lot of people actually do not know actually exist. And they will be, I've had some people comment say I've inspired them to coin collect again, which is very great, very awesome. That's what I hope to do as well. And not only Australian coins, but also foreign banknotes as well. Or if you're like in Vietnam, maybe this will encourage you to actually collect Vietnamese banknotes as well, your own currency. And I've never actually got anyone from Laos commenting. There probably has been 1 or 2 viewers, but I'd say the English, people speaking English in Lao is actually very low. So hopefully in the future, because I have some Lao banknote and coin videos, they can actually find those and see to their history, and maybe also inspire them to actually collect, because Lao is actually getting, their wealth is actually increasing. So sooner or later, that would generate an interest in numismatics, and people would just start collecting their banknotes and coins to their own country. So anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope it explains why I'm actually doing this channel of with our various coins from around the world in different time periods, because it just makes it more interesting. And also, not most important, I have a hell of a lot of content I can actually do. So, like Roman coins, I can actually do a few 100,000 videos if I do each coin. I'm not actually going to do that, because that will take hundreds of thousands of years. So if I do all the banknotes and all the coins in the world, wow, there is no limit into how much videos I can actually put out. So anyway, I'd like to say thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel, check out my links below and give this video a thumbs up, and also have an awesome coin collecting time, people. Thank you and bye bye.